Many scientists would tell you that our dreams and nightmares are just a mirror of our subconscious mind. Things that we fear or often do not remember consciously showing up in our dreams. My name is Lewis Parker, and for the last 10 years, I have delved into the research of dreams, or oneirology as it's called. I came to discover that there are some dreams that seem to permeate throughout the minds of humans. Common examples of these would be flying, hanging off a cliff, or being chased. The thing is, these generic dreams are never exactly the same for everyone, and can be discounted as manifestations of the subconscious mind. But then there are the more unusual cases. Incredibly specific dreams that a large mass of people all experience. Examples of these are people seeing this man in their dreams, or the Japanese urban legend called the Dream School, where those who experience it will die in 1 week if they can't forget it. While I never experienced either of these myself, there is another strangely specific dream that is well known, and it goes by the name of the monks. This is a dream I and several of my friends have experienced, and I feel obligated to share this dream with you for your safety. It all started as a normal day of school for me. I was around 12 or 13, I can't remember exactly. I was in my English class and we were being taught how to do some creative writing exercises. To get our minds working, the teacher told us to try something that we hadn't done before. We had to close our eyes and try and block out everything around us and just let our minds wander. I had actually done something similar myself, as I did enjoy some creative writing myself now and again. The thing was, this one felt different, right from the start. It must have been just a few seconds after I closed my eyes, when everything dropped out from under me. I completely lost my sense of the classroom, and the next thing I know, I'm on a raft. It was a rickety wooden raft that was being thrown around in some kind of massive storm. There was no lightning or thunder though. The sky was just pitch black, and the waves were throwing the raft around like paper. At times, I was watching everything from my own eyes on board the raft, but I also vividly remember watching myself on the raft from high behind, with only a few meters of water visible in the darkness. A few minutes later, I found myself walking up to a doorway. To this day, I can't recall how I got from the raft to the doorway, but I do remember the shape of it. It was absolutely straight edge, but with no actual door, and it looked like it had been carved from stone, like a chamber to a pyramid. There were no decorations, but I could see that there was a light inside. I drifted through that doorway and came into a huge hall. Down the center, there was what looked like a wide red carpet, and on either side of that, facing away, were these extremely tall figures that I can only describe as monks. The big gray hooded robes type of monk. As I walked forward onto the carpet, all at once, these monks turned to face me. Although, face is probably the wrong word though, because they just didn't have any. No mouth, eyes, not even any shapes like a mannequin might have. Just bare white skin. That's the image that sticks with me the most to this day. The blankness, the nothingness. I kept walking forward, and there was a small staircase with a glowing door at the top. I simply walked through it as it opened, and at that moment, I came to my senses back in the classroom. The whole class was looking at me, and the teacher was next to my desk. I could feel tears running down my eyes, and I'm pretty sure I was shaking badly. From what I was told later, I was crying loudly in my seat, and for the last part, I had my eyes open, just staring blankly and crying. I was sent immediately to the nurse's office for a while, and then got picked up by my mom. What was even creepier was later I told my friends what I experienced in my dream, and amongst the group, I saw two of them go ghostly white. As I got to the monks, they both finished my sentence by saying they had no faces. I don't know what I saw that day, or what dark part of my mind I went to. I don't even know if I was still in my own head. I've never felt or gone through anything like that again, and it still feels like it was another world. I had almost managed to write it off as a weird quirk of the human mind at this point. Well, except recently, every now and then, when someone turns to look at me, for a moment I still see it. Their features gone, wiped clean, with no defining part of the person remaining. It only lasts a moment and then nothing, all normal again. The worst is when I catch the faces of people in reflections, though. Someone behind me in a restaurant who I glimpse at in the window, or someone standing far behind me in a bar. These don't always go away so fast. They hang around for a few seconds until I get too anxious to keep looking and glance away. It disturbed me to a point that I tried getting in contact with my two friends who had similar experiences all those years ago. I gave each of them a shout on Facebook and was surprised when I received a direct message from one's mother and the other's sister. To my utter horror, in two separate messages, they both said the same exact thing to me. Both of my friends complained about seeing these faceless monks while awake, and then both of them suddenly and mysteriously disappeared. Both of them have been missing for over a year. I've torn down every mirror and covered every window, but I don't know if it's enough. It's been almost 20 years since I had that nightmare, and now they're here again. I see them. There's just glances and glimpses, corner of the eye stuff. And the only reason I'm writing this down now is because today it got a lot worse, and I don't know if I'll have the chance to write it down later. I need to warn you, if you end up in that dream, if you stay lucid, you need to wake yourself. And lastly, do not go through that doorway. They have my reflection now. My God, where are my eyes?